Hey, Ryu, have you ever heard of the world's three great beauties?
Of course, Cleopatra, Yang Guifei, and Ono no Komachi, right? But you know, that whole world's top three beauties thing was actually made up during Japan's Meiji era. It's really only known in Japan.
Wait, really? Then, maybe I can get added to the list instead.
Yeah, about that. Anyway, today, we're diving into the top three mysteries surrounding the legendary beauty Ono no Komachi.
Hey, don't just ignore me like that.
First off, let's get to know a bit about Ono no Komachi. She lived during the Heian period, which was about 1,000 years ago. She was a master poet, chosen as one of the Rokusen, 6 poetry immortals, and even the 36 immortals of poetry, meaning she was among the top poets of her time.
Right. Plus, she's said to be a descendant of the famous envoy to China, Ono no Imoko, who helped bring cultural exchange between Japan and China. She was a symbol of culture back then, leaving behind many beautiful poems.
But she wasn't just some poetry master. Her beauty and mysterious life are surrounded by legends. So today, we're going to introduce 3 mysteries about Ono no Komachi.
Third place, the mystery of her birth and final days. First off, her birthplace and her final days are a total mystery. It's said she was born in Yuzawa City, Akita Prefecture, but no one really knows for sure.
And her later years are even more mysterious. Some stories say she lived her last days in poverty, lonely and destitute, like a beggar. There's a famous legend called the skull in the Sasuke grass.
Yeah, that spooky story where the poet Ariwara no Narahira was traveling in the northeast, and he heard a poem being recited from a skull. People say that was Ono no Komachi's tragic end.
Exactly. It's haunting to think someone once praised as the most beautiful woman ended up in such a terrible state. But we don't even know exactly where she died. That's part of the mystery. Second place, the legend of the 100 Nights. Next up is the legendary story of the 100 Nights. There was this guy, Fukakusa no Shosho, who was totally in love with Ono no Komachi. She told him, "If you visit me every night for 100 nights, I'll accept your love."
Whoa, that's a pretty intense condition. I mean, walking 5 kilometers every single night? Komachi really didn't make it easy, did she?
Yeah, she probably thought he'd give up. But Shosho didn't. He faithfully walked from Fukakusa to Komachi's home in Yamashina for 99 nights. But on the 99th night, during a snowstorm, just 1 day away from fulfilling the condition, he collapsed and froze to death.
The 99th night. So close, but his dream was never realized. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, they say he died holding the 99th seed from a kaya tree, which Komachi had been using to count the nights. Later, she planted that seed in memory of him. Whether the story is true or not, it's said that Shosho might be based on the real-life poet Henjou, one of the 6 poetry immortals. Maybe there was some real connection between him and Komachi.
A tragic love story like this adds to Komachi's mystique, doesn't it? First place, was she really that beautiful? And now, the final mystery. Was Ono no Komachi really as beautiful as they say?
Well, beauty standards back in the Heian period were pretty different from what they are today. Back then, things like black hair, pale skin, and thin eyebrows were considered the height of beauty. But there aren't any actual records that describe Komachi's appearance in detail.
Yeah, back then, people didn't show their faces much, so there's no way to know if she was really a beauty.
Actually, her beauty became legendary, mostly because she wrote a lot of poems lamenting her own aging. People started to think She must have been stunning when she was younger. That's probably where the whole absolute beauty image came from.
I see, so it's more of a legend that developed over time. Well, in that case, maybe I can join the three great beauties after all.
Sora, let's not go there.
Ono no Komachi didn't just leave behind a legacy of beautiful poetry. But she's also surrounded by so many mysteries.
The mystery of her birth and final days. The legend of the 100 Nights, and the question of whether she was really that beautiful. All of them remain unsolved. But I think it's that air of mystery that makes Komachi such a fascinating figure.
I hope you all found the mysteries of Ono no Komachi as intriguing as we did. We'll see you next time.
Catch you later. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.